How have I been? I've been good. Just been working a lot. Yeah, just kind of working a lot. I haven't really been doing much besides working. Just every now and again, hopping onto some RP. I have been playing a lot of other games lately, though. So 5M has kind of taken a back seat, but I'm kind of getting back into it again. Currently, I'm in like 3 different cities. I've noticed that I tend to stretch my time out quite a lot when it comes to RP, so I think that's one of the reasons why I kind of took a little bit of a break. Because I was just kind of all over the place, uh, doing all sorts of things offline and online during streams and stuff like that. But with that being said, streaming also kind of took a, oh my god, that's a huge pumpkin. What the fuck? We gotta go check that out. But yeah, both 5M and streaming, I have kind of taken a backseat for myself just to kind of focus on work. It's really been kind of beating me down, like physically and emotionally, like mentally. It's getting kind of tough right now. I've been kind of getting used to it, to be honest. So I'm just kind of getting back into the groove of RP and streaming and stuff like that. So I came over to check out the wipe because I know ever since I've taken a break from exclusive, I know that there's been some changes to the city. Thought it would have been a pretty good time to kind of come back and take a look, see around, and what's crack-a-lacking over here. I know that things are still being worked on and everything like that, but I just I want to see what has improved and what's kind of still going on the same, you know. A lot of really loved people have left. Yeah, I kind of saw that folding as I was kind of just kind of lurking around. And a lot of really loved people have come back for the wipe. Yeah, I think I noticed people like super old school people like Psycho. I think I saw him just not too long ago actually at the On Cafe or something like that. It might have been somebody else, but definitely do see like old faces still around. I mostly do see a lot more newer faces though. I think ever since like 3.0, I think that's when a lot of the faces that I knew kind of disappeared. So that was kind of already like my decline when it came to continuing to fly into the city. But I mean, I've always kind of been like a lone wolf kind of guy, but definitely knowing people definitely helped out with like conversations and just having like impromptu RP with them. Just kind of silly little small scenes, nothing major. It definitely helped out in that respect. But now it's just kind of new faces everywhere. Every here and again you'll see an old face, but just it doesn't. It definitely impacts how I perceive the city. I'll probably be sticking around, for a little bit, but I don't really feel like at the moment that will be like a long term thing. Virtually everyone I know walked away completely. Yeah, and I mean, I really don't know what to say in that regards. I mean, I've always told people to go anywhere they feel happy, uh, you know, that is deserving of their time. I've always had, my opinions when it came to certain things here. And the reason why I left was I was always putting in, these suggestions that I personally thought would help the city out in the long run and avoid any further wipes and stuff like that to be able to have like a actual balanced economy. But it seems like there was just a lot of pushback, both in regards to like BZ's team and the players themselves. And I guess it's also like a me thing. Like I'm used to like a lot more harder means of an economy. I'm really used to like a more grind out sort of economy. Not I just really feel like this economy is really easy. Howdy, how's it going? There was a fair bit of internal disconnect, if you want me to be frank. I'm trying to think of what you might be referring to. Maybe it would have been something between like BZ and like the decision makers of the city on the back end, but that's definitely been the reasons why I kind of left. Both because I just kind of didn't really have anybody to kind of hang around with and stuff like that, and with how I am sticking to myself.
Hey, just need to get your ID.
All right, man. I appreciate you, man. What was your name again?
I'm D.
D. Nice to meet you, man. My name is Al.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you. Oh, scrapping's still a thing, huh? Are people even still doing that? I'm sure they are, right? No, there was quite a number of people from like, I think they were like from the Lost or Sons of the Lost or something like that. They were working the recycle job yesterday. It was either yesterday or the day before. So I don't know if that's gonna be like the meta for mats. I would assume so. Recycle has always been strong. So here's the thing that I had always suggested: make the city feel a little bit more alive. Make sanitation a meta. Have people going around picking up the trash, make people feel like the city is kind of alive. The city should have like its own sanitation. You know, you never see any sanitation workers around. Oh god, that's a huge ass pumpkin. So make sanitation like the legal meta. Make scrapping the illegal meta, and then just have recycle just kind of just kind of nerfed. I mean, it's both a paycheck and materials. So like you're earning hell of a lot once the economy gets like inflated. You know, it could be the best now, and no one's tried it long enough to find out. Is the other thing. Yeah, and that's the other thing. Like I think a lot of people, a lot of the players just kind of find the best thing that there is at the moment and stick with it for the almost the entirety of the time of the wipe or whatever. A change happens and they're oblivious to it because they think that nothing's changed or nothing ever changes, you know, which has been kind of like the thing, you know. I don't think very many things change whenever things like that get brought up, you know. And you know that could also be, you know, part of like the whole debacle or whatever, the whole speculation that I have in regards to that. But, you know, it's just that, it's just assumptions. The other thing that I've always told people is just like, you know, it's just one dev as well, you know, balancing 9 other cities, you know, so you can't expect things to change overnight as well. So, you know, which is why I would always, you know, be very patient when it came to those things, you know. But again, you know, it's just I think it might also be part of the equation here. Did they add a battle pass to this wipe? It's not necessarily like a battle pass, but you do get like coins for like playing, and that's the one thing that I was always like suggesting as well. Is like, can we get like a reward for playing in the city? And you know, sure enough, they got it in here. So every like 30 minutes, you get like 5 coins. With these coins, you could buy like clothing bag. I have no idea what this is for. I want to assume that it's just for you to be able to like change your clothes on the fly wherever, which is kind of OP if you're getting away from like PD, or if you have gotten away from PD. Heavy armor, orange and army tints, which is kind of cool, I guess. But then you have like 2,500. Like, how do you go from like 85, 200 to like 2,000 for just a 50 cal? Like, I don't think players are gonna think that's necessarily fair. Like when you can get like a whole ass car for a fraction of that price. I think this needs to be changed, maybe to even 1,000, maybe. I think they might have meant 250, maybe. So that's gonna take 83 hours, 84 hours if we round up. Yeah, it's already set in stone. So it takes you 84 hours for one pistol. Now, how long will it take you to get the materials, pretty much get this if you craft it yourself? I bet you it'll take a fraction of the time for that. We got a pumpkin. How much money do I have? I got quite a bit. There we go. And there was also like bait, new bait, artificial bait. $50, that's a lot. Holy shit. Does it get consumed every time, or I guess we'll find out. I want to say that it's gonna probably be like easier to you just catch fish faster. That's not easier, you just catch it faster. Holy fuck. That's insanely fast. That's like 5 seconds. What the fuck? Yeah, I mean, it doesn't surprise me when people do leave. I mean, I kind of already saw it coming from a while back. I think it really just takes just a few groups to kind of have the same conclusion when it comes to all the decisions being made for the city. I think it just takes a few groups to realize that, and for a generation of people to come through. I don't know. I just hope that this wipe things can actually improve from the moment that I left and took a break, took a back seat to like suggestions and pretty much flying in all around. I just wanted to see where people and their ideas for suggestions would take them. Yeah, it was basically just balancing out like the way that you get materials, like through Sani, through the recycle job, scrapping, and basically I wanted to add more steps to it so that it's takes you more time to get to the materials essentially. So like with sanitation, going back to that idea actually, instead of getting like the straight mats. Oh, and same thing with scrapping. Instead of getting straight mats, and I think you also got money right away, you should get the recycled materials that you get at the recycle center, so that you have to do sanitation, you build up the recycle materials, forces you to go to the recycle center and trade in the materials there. And that just kind of adds a little bit more to the whole process. I think that small change, along with like nerfing the numbers and the amount of recyclable materials that you get, would have helped out a lot. The other thing that I have 100% been against was businesses allowing their employees to be on duty how they probably are now. Like, for example, Pawn Cafe, the app said that they were open. I go over there, doors are locked, nobody there. That allows them to accrue a paycheck while they're off doing something else. And I think that right there breaks the economy. And two, it's just so unimmersive to go to a store, a business that says that they're open, and then get there and nobody's there. A real store would have somebody there, not just kind of be committing job abandonment or tax fraud. I feel like that's tax fraud right there. Like you're getting a paycheck for being signed on and not doing a job. Like, come on. Every single business does it. Every single business does it. Yesterday and the day before, I went to Luxury Benny's, I went to Customs, I went to Pawn Cafe, I went to Hookah Lounge. Hookah Lounge actually opened up in the middle of my search. I immediately went to Hookah Lounge and that shit was closed. Vanilla Unicorn only opens up for events. There's really no reason for the Vanilla Unicorn to be open right now. But I bet you it's open and people are on duty to accrue that paycheck passively. The whole situation is just shitty, I think. And I think that's one of the big things that is hurting the economy here. We're going to have a wipe like essentially every year now. Like, do you really want to go through a wipe every single year? Flying into different cities definitely has opened up my perspective on how bad the quality of RP was over here, to be honest. Just remember the way that I always put it. Everybody always speed runs their RP. They never slow down to give good quality RP. It's pretty obvious when you work a shift at EMS. Like, everybody is always like, oh, I got ran over, but I just want a band-aid so I can get back out there real quick. Like, you got ran over, you have more than just a little bump and a scratch, dog. You have, like, at the very least, like, some internal bleeding. At the very least. That was one of the things that I would always try to force on people, is like, oh, what happened to you? Like, oh, I got ran over, but I just need a quick band-aid. Are you sure you got ran over? It doesn't look like you got ran over. Looking perfectly fine to me. You know, somebody that got ran over is gonna have internal bleeding. They're gonna be fucking huffing and puffing in pain. Like, you're just not putting any effort into anything. You're just here to grind some money, be toxic while hiding behind a character. People need to step back and see every part of the city at least a bit. Not saying you should stay with it, just try it. Yeah, the difference between Civ and Crim is almost zero in this city as well. Yes. Besides PD and I guess EMS, what's the point of being a fully legal civilian in this city? There's no reason to be one. Yesterday, I think it was yesterday or the day before. Let's go somewhere where we're not gonna get where we're not gonna get bothered by first day in the city Fred. Just flown in Jonesy. There's literally no point in being a fully legal civilian in the city. I brought this up before as well. My suggestion: only allow non-felons to work businesses, essentially. So like restaurants, mechanics, every business. Maybe not the clubs. And the point in restricting the businesses like that is it gives non-felons a reason to be non-felons. That's the whole reason why you have everybody and their mother speeding through these streets. That's why you have PD not caring about reckless drivers. That's why you never have traffic stops and tickets. That's why you don't have a DOJ, or at least a very good DOJ. Like, nobody is interested in getting their records expunged. There's literally no reason to. There's no reason to do courts, because you could just take it on the chin, do the time, get a fine, and get back to grinding, whatever, as a criminal should. But for regular civilians, for non-felons, where is their place in this city? There is no place for them in this city. EMS tools, I suggest that they fix it because crutches and wheels chairs used to give people a hard time walking and all that. But now, as you said, it's just, I got ran over, I need a band-aid now. We need is an x-ray and a crutch. Yeah, exactly. Well, every gang owner owns a business right now. See, so what needs to happen there is that they just need to say it, tell them, hey, you need to create a second character, a non-felon, or get your record expunged within this time. And if you get another felony, I don't want to say get the business taken away from you, but I want to say that you will not have access to it, essentially. Like you still own it. You still have, you know, the full rights to it and everything. Like, but you just can't work it. Like, or at least you shouldn't be working it. And yeah, just kind of having a non-felon manage it for you then. And that just kind of brings in place for non-felons. Like, is it really that hard to implement that? I don't think so. It's literally just telling people to do it, and if they don't do it, then you know they just won't be able to do their job until they get, you know, their record expunged and, you know, all that, this and that. I was gonna say that about having some sort of fake owner that manages it for you. Yeah, I mean that would be the smartest way to do it if you don't want to be like, if you don't want to transfer that business to a non-felon cousin. You know, that's what I would have been doing. Make it easier for everybody. I'm still passionate about this fucking city. I've been here for so long. Yeah, man. I really don't know what to do at this point. Like, I mean, we just have to leave. I mean, that's basically what a lot of people did. I mean, I feel like the people that left were more or less on the same boat as like me, essentially. I think Rudy also understood the assignment, but then they started taking a different approach in terms of helping the city. So I think Rudy's doing a fantastic job. I think Rudy's just stretched out way too thin. I was always under the impression that it was just like one dev per city, but I don't think that is ever the case or ever has been. Louis Pickle the goat, bro, man. I miss Pickles, bro. I miss Rudy's cop character too. Rudy just got it too. We need more people like that in the city, man. And speaking of which, the one thing that I've never seen open is the tow truck place, man. What's going on with the tow truck, man? Is it gone? Rudy's tow truck company gone? Or is it's still here? I don't know. Maybe it's gone. I wanted to know what's going on with the tow thing, but I never really got any answers to it. I mean, from what I've always heard is that it's always been being worked on, but I just suspect that with how busy Rudy is, I just don't think Rudy ever got around to the tow truck script. I don't know, to be honest, because I feel like it should be like almost like a plug and play thing, but with how, I guess for a lack of better words, how customized and how custom the city is, maybe it's just not as simple as plug and play. So until we get a well-balanced economy where we don't need any wipes, I think that's when we'll start seeing the city really flourish. Not just like its ups and downs, how it has been for like the past year and a half, maybe even 2 years. I think once we get there, I think that's when we'll start really gaining some traction and actually getting to where we want to get to. I think a better way of that boosting would have improved the city here. I think the city and PD need to be able to allow EDM cars that you can buy with in-city money to be taken away from characters using that car in like violent crimes and stuff like that. Let's say this 911 is a car that I can buy from PDM, right? Let's say I go rob a bank 3 times and get caught, and this car gets, you know, impounded by PD 3 times. That car should be taken away from my garage. That car should be taken away from my character. That's how you get like people going back to boosting and focusing on getting cars, focusing on getting those very good S classes. Oh, actually, and the VIN scratches, they should be taken right away. Like if you get caught with it, it should be gone right away because it's stolen. It's a VIN scratch. Duh. Until PD has the ability to take cars away from felons using them in violent crimes, I think the car economy is just gonna be stagnant. It has been. Like everybody's gonna have like 50, 100 like PDM cars in their garage. I think PDM cars should be allowed to be taken away from characters, and then the VIN scratches should be also be taken away from characters right away if they get caught. And that's why I wanted like the fake plates to come in as well, because if that change occurred, then fake plates would also have like a point to being in the city. VIN scratches were kind of like PDM cars anyway. Like they would never get taken away. I don't think the police would ever like stop you, be like, hey, why is this car not registered to you? Or I think it would say that it would be registered to you, which was stupid. And there would literally be no way for your stolen car to be taken away from you, or like you wouldn't be getting fined or anything like that. I just thought that was so stupid. And then people that would grind out that, you know, the boosting would just get like free cars essentially. So, but again, that's just those have been my 2 cents for the longest. And I mean, honestly, those are just all ideas that are coming from elsewhere. They're literally coming from somewhere else. And the reason that I want those changes to come over here is because they work. They work for those places. So why shouldn't it work for us? Why can't we even try it? If it fails, then I mean, we're already fucking wiping every year. What's the harm in doing another wipe? You know, the players aren't really throwing too much of a fit. Even they agree that, you know, we need wipes. It's kind of like their own fault as well. Like they're just out here grinding and they're just fucking the economy for themselves. Yeah, I'm sure that's my assumption is on your case might be correct. Maybe not. Maybe I'm just cooked. All right, folks. Let's get to do it for today. Did oh, we went a lot longer than I was expecting it to. I was really only thinking of being in the city for like about an hour. But I'm sure I got the content that I was coming in for anyway, so I wasn't sure what it was gonna be, but somehow, some way, we ended up getting it. So, hope you guys have a good one. See you. Why is my brain doing the brain poop fart thing?